If your MBA essays aren't hitting the note you hope for, I can usually tell why. When an MBA essay isn't improving after several rewrites, your instinct, my dear MBA hopefuls, is to keep polishing. But I'm here to tell you that's almost always the wrong move. The real issue is that you're refining language before you've clarified what the paragraph is actually doing. The most important step that improves an essay is to strengthen the thinking behind each sentence and each paragraph. Because your essay doesn't need more polished phrasing. In almost every case where something doesn't quite fit right, the problem is that the paragraph lacks actual substance. So today, I want to give you two simple tests that will help you diagnose the real problem. And I will also show you how to use them to improve your essays as you iterate your drafts. Here's the first test I use. After every paragraph, force yourself to write one sentence that answers what actually happened here and why does it matter. If your paragraph talks about, I learned how important stakeholder alignment is when working across functions, and the best one line summary of everything you've described in that paragraph is, I worked with multiple teams and learned something about collaboration, that's a red flag. That paragraph doesn't have a sharp point yet, so no amount of polishing the language will fix it. Now compare that to a paragraph you could summarize as, I identified conflicting incentives between product and sales, redesigned the rollout plan, and secured buy-in that prevented a delayed launch. Now that paragraph is doing real work. The second check is just as important. Every major claim in your essay needs to be anchored in a specific moment. It needs evidence. If you write, I learned to navigate ambiguity, you should be able to point to a tiny scene in your writing where things were genuinely unclear, where there were competing pressures, and where you had to decide what to do next. Working across global teams taught me to navigate ambiguity is a label. It tells me nothing. But 2 weeks before launch, our India team flagged the regulatory risk while headquarters pushed to move forward. So I paused the rollout, gathered legal input overnight, and presented a revised timeline that balanced compliance with revenue pressure, shows ambiguity without you even having to name it. Iteration isn't rewriting the same idea with cleaner sentences. It's forcing your essay to answer clearly and concretely what happened, where did it happen, and why does it matter. If you can't answer those yet, keep iterating. You'll get there. You just need to push each paragraph to contain real substance, not just cleaner phrasing. If this helped you rethink how you're approaching your essay, a like is the easiest way to tell me.